Alright, straight up BMW YouTubers, welcome back today to another block prep. This is a N55. This is serial number 061-07674. The block has been disassembled, cleaned, it's been blasted and painted, and also mating surfaces cleaned and inspected. The deck has been checked for flatness and is within BMW specification. Where we are right now is that we have honed the bores with our flex hone, and right now we are checking our surface roughness to make sure that we fall within the standard industry standards for these bores. This is an aluminum block with a steel insert, and we're trying to make sure that we have the correct surface roughness. Now the values that we are really keyed in on is the Rpk, which is the peak value, which are the peaks that sticks up above and allows the piston rings to wear into the bore and allow you to have that good surface contact and sealing. You want to have enough peaks, Rpk, so when you break this engine in, those peaks will wear against the piston ring and gives you a nice surface contact, so you've got good sealing and you can minimize oil consumption. Another value we're looking for is the Rvk, which is the valleys. You want to make sure you have enough deep valleys so when the oil gets into the bore, it's retained in the bore until the piston rings comes up to lubricate the piston rings. So those are two key numbers that we're looking for, and we want to make sure that we have good numbers across these bores. Okay, so I've already honed these bores, and we're going to go ahead and start to check our surface roughness. Okay. Okay, this is number 6. This is pretty good numbers. Okay, you've got high enough peaks that will wear in and break in, and you've got deep enough valleys that will allow you to retain the oil. That's number 6. We finished honing the cylinders and checking the surface roughness. You guys saw that our Rpk and our Rvk is pretty good for our build. Now let's go ahead and check the bores. Now, a disclaimer here. BMW only publish bore criteria for new work, meaning new block, new when this thing was brand new. Nothing for when it is used or needs to be reused. So it all comes down to the builder's experience and know what will work and how much can go, because when we measure this, you guys are going to see it's going to be X-shaped in this direction. You're going to have a measurement here, but the measurement's going to be larger here just because of the wear of the piston bores. It's not going to be a lot, but it's going to be that's for you to determine and see if your build is going to be good, right? So like I said, it all comes down to the experience of the builder and the criteria that you find on these bores. So I'm going to measure these bores, and then we'll go from there. The bore gauge has been set to 84 millimeter plus 0.02 millimeter, which is the tolerance. So once you hit the 0, you're at 84.02 millimeter. Anything to the right is less than 84.02. So you could probably be at 84 millimeter and you're going to go to the right. Anything to the left is wear. So if you're to the left, it's going to be 84.02 millimeter and greater. Okay. So right now in this direction on the cylinder number 1, your bore measurement is 84.02 millimeter at all 3 positions, top, middle, bottom. On the remember we had zeros in line with the center line of the engine, but as we go perpendicular to the center line, you got 6/10 on the top. Typically the top is a lot more open. So you go to the middle, 3/10, and the bottom 4/10. Okay, this is typically where you're gonna have to evaluate, check your piston's diameter against your bore, and make sure you got good engine running clearances. Alright, so we're gonna repeat this for all the bores, and then we're gonna publish the measurements, and we'll go from there. Okay. All across, you're larger on the perpendicular to the center line. As you get down to cylinder 4, 5, it's not that bad. 6 is pretty in line with 1. But your inline cylinder, your center line, is pretty much zeros all the way across, which is what you expect. Alright, this block is ready to go. His block will be go up for sale, or maybe I'll keep it for a build. But this is all ready to be built and put together. Okay.